Hi, welcome to WEB182, spring of 2021. Glad we got 2020 behind us, aren't you? So this class going to be a little bit different. You're going to notice that when you log in here, the first thing you're going to get is a bit of a syllabus quiz. You're going to get a course entry quiz. It says January 7th to the 19th. I highly recommend you do it sooner than later, only from the standpoint is there are assignments due, and if you wait till the 19th, you're basically going to miss a week of assignments. So do that as quickly as possible. As far as the syllabus is concerned, it's a little bit structured a little bit differently, but this class is one, got to remind yourself that this is spring of 2021. You've got this course is a course to introduce you to server-side HTML embedded scripting language PHP. It's kind of focused on programming techniques to just use create dynamic web pages using PHP as scripting. So hopefully you'll be able to do a little bit of coding, designing, testing, debugging using PHP. If you need to get a hold of me, again, my name is Mark Howell. Email address mhowell@cccti.edu. Office number 726-2339, and my office is E Building 339. So it's the third floor of the E Building. So you come into F Building, get your temperature checked, and you kind of leave the side door. You're looking right at E Building. Take the entrance into the building that's closest to the gym. Follow those stairs to the third floor, first aisle. Once you get through the double doors, the top of the stairs, first aisle to the left, and then my office is like second office on the right. So more than likely, I'd love to have you come up and see me. As far as my office hours are concerned, they're going to be Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 and 1 to 2. If those hours don't work for you, just let me know and we'll schedule something, whether it be an online video chat, some kind of office setup, whatever the case may be, we'll find a way to make that work. So just letting you know. As far as preferred communication, being an online class, and most of you are probably working and going to school, so your hours when you're doing work doesn't really line up with the office hours that I had laid out, and maybe you can't get off work in the middle of the day. But if you have questions, you're going to see a little bit later how to register for Remind. Remind is just a way, and some of you are familiar with it, whether you've used it in previous schools. It's just a way to be able to communicate texting to me without sharing your phone number to me. And since most of us respond to text faster than emails, faster than office visits, just let me know. Just send me a text. And I even give you 2% towards your final grade just for registering for Remind. So if you text me, I usually try to get back to you within 24 hours. If you need to email me something, I don't check email as often. But if you need to, I can feel free. I mean, I usually respond to email questions 24 to 48 hours, especially like on the weekend stuff. I may not get to my work email until Monday morning. So texting is definitely a better avenue, even on the weekends. Now, most of the stuff I want you to get is this is the kind of stuff we want to get you out of, to help you get out of here. Basically just different web development techniques, understanding basic PHP. We'll talk about different data types, operators, different functions and control functions, and how to manipulate strings and work with files and arrays. A little bit of database use of databases. So just some high-level stuff just to make you familiar with what PHP is, so that you can go a whole lot deeper. And the way the textbook we're going to use starts out really in the first 6 chapters, gets us up to speed really fast on how to get through some of this stuff, and then goes in a whole lot of detail throughout it. And as you go keeping the book and using it, you can be very proficient in PHP in other avenues. As far as prerequisites are concerned, there are no prerequisites in this class. I do highly recommend taking CAS 115 because we are talking about a programming language, and there's certain constructs to programming that just is helpful. If you had C++ or Java, would be beneficial. Not required, but beneficial. So just want to let you know. As far as the textbook is concerned, it is PHP MySQL 3rd edition, 2017, so it's probably on its last legs, but it's still a very good book, and a lot of the stuff hasn't changed too much. So we'll go from there. Now, as far as what we're going to do each week, after this introduction week and stuff, we'll be going through pretty much a chapter week, except for midterm and final week. So you can pretty much guess we'll probably go through about 15, 16 chapters in this text. So as far as grading is concerned, I'm going to try to grade these things at least within a week after the due date. To do that, I really need you to make sure that you stay up also. It's very difficult to switch back if you're turning in week 2 material during week 5 to switch mindsets as far as what assignments I'm grading, and once I get in a certain flow, I like to stay in it. So that's why I'll kind of would not prefer you to turn in late work. We're using the 10-point scale the college is using. As far as the makeup of work is concerned, it doesn't help you, it doesn't help me, but I know life throws us a bunch of curves in. The only thing I would assume, the only thing I want you to make sure is that reflection journal. I'm using that as an attendance vehicle, as an attendance assignment. So that one, I won't. If you don't turn it in, you're going to mark absent. If you do turn in something late, I'll give you 1 week, and after that, I'm going to deduct 10% off the grade. That way, at least, maybe that's a little bit of a penalty for you to think, well, if I want an A in the class, I can't have too many missed assignments and still make that A work. But if you're having troubles with an assignment, with an issue outside of work, let me know. Keep me in the loop. Keep me informed so that I can make adjustments accordingly. Now, what are you going to be graded on? Well, 20% of your grade is going to be based on the programming assignments. 25% of your grade is going to be set on chapter tests. Your midterm and finals are also 25%. And both of those are made from questions in the chapter tests. So the chapter tests are take the same questions. So you should be able to do well in the midterm and final. Then the last 5%, 3% of it is during the reflection journal. So not only is it for attendance, it's worth 3% of your grade. So just doing that is a big benefit. And then, since that form of communication is remind, just registering for it gives you 2%. And with that, that may make a difference between an A and a B just by doing weekly reflection journals and the remind registration, whether you text me or not, goes through. Now, attendance, being an online class, like I said, I use the reflection journal for that attendance assignment, but 10%. So you're looking at 16 weeks, you can probably miss 2 weeks before I need to or could drop you from the class. If you want to drop it, that's up to you. But after you're missing 2 weeks, I have that option. So keep me in the loop, do the reflection journal, and you'll be fine. Withdrawal policy, again, the date for that, you can check the student calendar as far as what date is possible, but you want to be careful if you're on financial aid, making sure that withdrawing from the class is something that won't cause you any hardship, or what the cost is to do this. Letting you know that the school college does have a non-discrimination policy, and I definitely will hold to this statement. So just keep that in mind. So let me go back here. So you've seen the syllabus, you've done the course entry. There are other basic information off that course information section on non-discrimination policy, academic integrity policy. So there's definitely several different links here that I think you'll find very beneficial to go ahead and review. So I'm going to stop here, and then we'll talk about the material in week 1 shortly.